Good morning. It's the LEN Live Chat show, and this is Lynn from the Learn English Network, coming at you from somewhere in Germany. A rather cold and soggy Germany. Anyway, I hope you're not addicted to this voice of mine. If you are, go and get some help straight away. That will become clearer why I'm saying that in a bit. First of all, thank you to our sponsors. Live English Training, Cynthia Kaloost, thank you. She's just sponsored us for another year. Yay! Proofreading services in the UK. And Multilingua in, Malta. Multilingua, get it? Clever. So, let's start. This is live chat, so we're going to go to the live chat page on the Learn English Network, and I'll put the link to that in the Spreaker chat box, okay? Going back a week, well, I'm going to go back a little bit further than a week to start with, because this is quite good fun. Somebody called Donoric said, "Hi, how are you?" No, sorry, ignore that. So, somebody called Umasanka said hello to us and started a conversation which seemed to peter out. So hopefully, Umasanka, you found what you were looking for somewhere out there in the cloud or in the ether. But anyway, started this conversation. Please tell me how to speak English properly. Ew! The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. That's speaking English properly. Not many people speak English properly. Maybe the Queen, and even she's relaxed in the last few years. Listen to those recordings from the past and then listen to her now. So properly, don't worry about it. Just speak, and if you're being understood, that's proper enough. Anyhow, Zeb obviously couldn't resist and wrote, "Sometimes I play impersonating people whom I like the speaking or writing style." I know you could put an "of" there just to end that sentence nicely, Zeb. "It helps me to pay more attention to how they speak and helps me sound more natural. As an example, maybe for example, I used to attend... sad, we miss you. I used to attend Lynn's Skype sessions. Skype, capital S, because it's a company name, proper nouns and all that, always capitalised. After the session, sometimes I just reenacted a few parts of the conversation. I've always had good fun doing that, even if on my own." I love the idea of you doing that. I love the idea of you copying what I'm doing here. I love the idea of people going away from any of my online voice sessions and using what they've heard. Even record it. Record my voice. Always ask. It's nice to be asked. But if you want to record a session, I'm quite happy for you to do that. And use these, listen to them, repeat what I'm saying, and maybe YouTube, because that's what I replied to Zeb. I would have paid to see that, Zeb. Then Zeb replied, "I'm afraid it was a no-audience stand-up show." Thinking of it, it's a bit strange that I'm not doing these things in English any longer. Okay, that's not what she wrote, but that's what she should have written. "But I can't wait for the opportunity to do it in Spanish. Yay!" So I've written back, "I guess you've nailed English and are looking for a new challenge. BTW, which stands for by the way, a no-audience stand-up show is why YouTube was invented." And I've done one of those little sticking tongues out, being cheeky emoticons. Doesn't work on Discuss, unfortunately. I wanted to stick my tongue out at Zeb going, but it didn't work. And yeah, why not? YouTube. It's great. You want feedback on your English? Just stick a video up on YouTube. Somebody will comment. You have to have a thick skin though, because some of those comments are maybe not what you would like, but it's all English, so what the heck? Anyway, Masanka, if you heard this, get back on that discussion and let us know what you want, or get on the forum and introduce yourself. Say, "Hi, I'm Masanka from Discuss." Okay, then let's catch up with what's been happening this week. So lots of highs and how are yous. So, hi everybody, I'm fine, thank you. Matiapa wrote, "Hi everybody, who from here are native English speakers?" Okay, who from here is a native English speaker? And again, that conversation's gone on a bit. Zeb replied, "I'm French, so I guess I have to be disqualified." But what do you What for do you need a native English speaker? Okay, what do you need a native English speaker for? And I replied, good question, Zeb. A lot of learners get hung up on the native speaker fallacy. I think it's a plot spread by native speakers. To me, it's like a child who will only speak to teachers. Zeb replied, I don't think it's a fallacy. Interacting with native speakers, teachers or not, helps tune my ear faster to casual and informal communication, as well as slang. Non-natives tend to be too formal for my taste. And that's right. I've been speaking with a lot of non-native speakers over the years, and yeah, people are formal, maybe because they've learned their English in a classroom situation rather than in the playground. Eventually people will loosen up though when they're more comfortable with English. And I replied to Zeb, that's interesting. I've also noticed how formal some learners are. It's quite sweet really. Suffice to say, a few months in my sessions and that usually changes a bit. My sessions are very informal, sometimes too informal for a few people. But that's fine. You know, if you want a formal learning structured, then there's plenty of those around. I prefer the relaxed method of just do it. That's my methodology. Just do it. A few more highs, and is anybody theirs? And then Selena wrote, hello, I have problem in learning. Okay, I have a problem learning, and I presume you mean learning English, Selena. Okay, when I try to learn something, I forget it fast. Although I learn them by creating my own examples, but when it's time to communicate, I forget all that, grammar, words, etc. Okay, so although I learn by creating my own examples, by the time I need to communicate, I have forgotten everything. Okay, rather than all that, just everything. And that's not uncommon. I'm the same with German. I find beer helps, but I know that's not an option for everybody because it loosens you up. It makes you relax a bit, be a bit less self-conscious. But no, the thing is, it's probably you're lacking practice, Selena. So she's also, or he, I don't know, it's just a little space, one of those little, what people are calling blue heads, but this one's a grey head. Please help me and give me some tips to remember the rules of grammar and vocabulary. Okay, for every rule there is an exception. Don't get too hung up on the rules. They'll help you in tests, they'll help you in exams. So I wrote, hi Selena, like most people, your brain is better at forgetting than remembering. You have to convince it that these words are worth remembering. Making up your own examples is good. It's all good. But you also have to use the words on a regular basis in a context that will help you to remember them. Memorising the rules of grammar will help you pass tests, but it won't help you in normal communication. You have to develop a feel for what is right. As I'm typing this, I'm honestly not thinking about it. I'm just doing it. Just do it. Regular practice on different topics will help you, and this is where the internet is invaluable. You can now communicate with lots of people on a variety of topics. Think of it like brain training and start an English exercise routine. Okay, develop your English muscles, and that's regular intensive training that makes you out of breath, training that scares you. Yeah, muscle training, speed training, it's just like getting fit, but you need to get fit in English, and that means you've got to do it every day and regularly and challenge yourselves. Don't just go on the same exercise machine every day. Do different things, talk about different topics and subjects, and the internet's there to help you. Don't just hang out on ESL learning websites. I know, I run one, but it really is to get people interested in doing other things. It's like just going to school every day. You didn't do that when you learnt your native language. Don't do it whilst you're learning any language. Lots of highs, and anyone theirs, and. Then Zeb, Zeb, you're so sweet. Zeb wrote, I like very much the Wednesday live chat. Okay, I like the Wednesday live chat a lot, or I like the Wednesday live chat very much. Very much is very, very French, not German even. Okay, having your messages read out by someone else and corrected is a bit overwhelming, but wow, it sticks to your mind. No, it sticks in your mind, okay? If I'm sticking things to your mind, that sounds a bit like grievous bodily harm. Dangerous. So it sticks in your mind. I surprised myself parroting a few sentences, gosh. I want these recordings, Zeb, I really do. Anyhow, I replied, I'm glad you like it, Zeb. I think it might work because they're your words. Quite often learners study other people's words. As you know, I often correct people's posts on the forums, but I think having them read out to you really emphasises where there may be a problem. That said, corrections actually show that I've understood what you wrote, so job done really. Oh, and it's more difficult for people to nick my voice. Yeah, people keep nicking my words off the website, so it's very difficult for them to nick my voice, although I'm sure they'll be transcribing some of these words of wisdom. I'll see them all over the internet soon. Then Zeb replied, I'm pretty sure that in spoken English my wording would have been different, more instinctive. I mean that this live chat also helps me to identify my writing style. Yeah, good point. You make a good point, I replied. Speaking and writing are different, and I think speaking helps you to get a handle on the language faster than writing, which is why it's so funny that most ESL learners say they are more comfortable writing. You can actually outthink yourself when writing, but rely on a feeling for what is right when you speak regularly. It's why I give up so much of my time in voice sessions, and boy, I do. Then Guest wrote, I've noticed that people tend to become addicted to these voice sessions of yours. They must do more than just help us get a handle on the language. Oh, maybe this is what Zeb wrote about deleting texts earlier. That looks like her writing style. I wrote, I do hope not. People seem happy to come and go, so I doubt anyone is addicted. I really hope you're not addicted, guys. Good to hear. Indeed, said Zeb. Habits are so easy to take on when you're in a comfy place. Yeah, that's very true. And then she wrote, Zeb wrote, gosh, I don't like how Discuss manages the delete message feature. And I wrote, oh, what does it do? Because I've never deleted a message as a user. I've got admin rights. They just disappear. So I was a bit surprised at this. And Zeb replied, it doesn't delete anything. It just changes your ID to a guest ID. I don't like it at all. Not one little bit. How come you have to think twice before writing anything down? Well, Zeb, it's the internet. Think once, think twice, and then think again before you write anything on the internet. I think recent court cases have proven that. I wrote back, I guess that hasn't happened to me as I'm a moderator. If you like, I can set you as a moderator too, if I can figure out how. Yeah, Zeb, that's a genuine offer. If you want to be able to just delete your messages and not have to think about what you're writing, let me know. I'll make you a moderator. We know enough. I know you well enough to know you wouldn't delete my messages too. Fatty wrote, hi please, I want to be good at English. Can you help me? Please. Okay. Please and please. That's a bit too many pleases. One please per sentence, I think. Fatty, little bit of help for you. I is always capitalised. Yeah, capital I. And English, again, it's a proper noun. Any language, any country, any nationality, capital first letter. So English with a capital E. And I hope that helps you. Lots of nice to meet you. Hi, everybody's. Rajesh wrote, so sweet. Hi, respected all. Oh, that's so sweet. Now that's formal, okay? You wouldn't say it. Just hi, especially with hi. Hi is very informal. Just hi will do. All just I want to know how can improve my English. Okay. All I want to know is how can I improve my English? Again, I capital I, English capital E. Okay, I hope that helps you improve. Write it out. When I give you these corrections, write them out again. And try using pen and paper. I'm sure that the connection between your brain when you put pen to paper is actually better than the connection between your brain and your fingers when you're typing. I really think you can type things without thinking. I think when you write, you're more conscious about what you're writing. I am not a neuroscientist, though. I might be talking gobbledygook. I realise this. It's just my personal opinion, okay? Please don't shoot me down. Then Sharia Khan wrote, hi everybody. Hi Sharia. I am Sharia from Karachi. Okay, Shahir, I think that might be, sorry. I'm Shahir from Karachi. I'm interested in learning English. I think this website will help me. I think so too. Anybody wanna advise me some more site? Okay. Gave his or her Gmail account number. Gmail account. Not such a great idea on an open forum, but it's up to you. I presume you're an adult, you know what you're doing. You can always delete it if you get spammed. Don't blame me, okay? I always say don't put your email address in open conversations, but totally up to you guys. So Shahir. I'm Shahir from Karachi. Shahir should be capitalised S. Capital S, it's your name, it's important. Karachi, capital K, it's a place name, it's important. I'm interested in learning English, full stop. I think this website will help me, full stop. Would anybody like to advise me about some more sites, or would anybody like to tell me about some more sites? How many sites do you want? Just put Learn English on Google. There's millions of us. There's only me on this one, but you only find me on this one, so stick with us. But anyway, there's lots of websites out there, and some are good, some are bad. You have to try them out, then come back and tell us which ones work for you. Then Amu90 wrote, hi Guz. Who's Guz? Is there a Guz here? Okay, hi guys. Guys. Guz is a meaningless word that could be somebody's name. Please help me to speak English. I'm very bad in English, please. Okay, you're not that bad. Help you to speak in English? Get onto the website. Look at our tips for improving your spoken English. Come into Second Life. Lots of people speaking English there. If your computer's not up to it, get onto Skype. If your computer's not up to that, try some of the other chat rooms that are less greedy with your bandwidths. And if you really can't do any of that, start recording yourself in YouTube videos. Tell us about your town, your city, your life, your country, and develop conversations using recorded voice. Okay, Audacity is free software. You can record yourself. There's free movie making or film making software out there as well, so you can do it. You've just got to think outside the box of I need somebody to speak to just me. Or join any of our groups. Google Plus, join me. Hangouts on Skype, so sessions on Skype. Kitely, which is an open sim virtual world. Second Life, another virtual world. You can come and meet me and talk to me on any of those, but you've got to do it. Yeah? I'm not going to say, oh, here, let me take you by the hand and I'll teach you privately. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm doing this for free. I can't teach everybody one-on-one privately. So a bit of group learning, and if you get into Second Life, if you can, if your computer's good enough, as many conversations as you can handle. You could spend 24/7 talking on Second Life, I think. Okay, I wrote, Zeb replied, hi Amnu. Is it Amnu or Amu? I think it's Amu, Zeb. How come you can be bad at English when you're learning? Is it because you have low grades in English at school? Exactly. You're not bad at English, you're just learning English. There's no bad about it. Good for you that you're learning English. And I wrote back, I'm with Zeb. What makes you think you're bad at English? Ooh, what makes me think I'm bad at English? I forgot a question mark there. As a learner, you are what you are, and you should be proud that you're learning it. Speaking is a great way to improve, and I've given the link to the speaking advice page. Govind Singh wrote, hi, can anyone tell me the best way to learn English? Okay, English with a capital E. The best way? The best way? One best way in the world? There's lots of ways to learn English. You have to find the best way for you, Govind. Okay? It's so important that you find what works for you. Come and tell us how you think, what you think would work for you, and we'll see if we can do it for you. Okay? And the best way to learn how to speak English is to speak it. And be that with native speakers or non-native speakers. Let's not get hung up on I want to speak to an English speaker or an American speaker or a native speaker. There's lots of people out there speaking English. Your likelihood is you're going to meet more non-native speakers, statistically speaking, than you are native speakers. Even though Zeb prefers native speakers for some weird reason. Maybe it's because we're more relaxed in our use of the English. We got hello from Kiki, and I'll read this one out because Zeb replied, hello Kiki, I like this name Kiki. It makes you think of the Japanese anime Kiki's Delivery Service. Never heard of it. I don't do anima, but sounds interesting. Lots more highs. Vetri wrote, I'm from India and want to learn English. I'm having okay kind of knowledge in English, but there is no much fluency in my English. It is very important for my career. It would be much helpful if you guide me on it to improve myself in either way. Okay, your English looks pretty good. You're making classic, I think you're thinking in your native language and translating it into English. So you could have written, I'm from India and want to learn English. My knowledge of English is okay, but I'm not very fluent. It's really important for my career, and it would be very helpful if you could guide me on how to improve it. Okay, so that would be enough. And then maybe a thank you at the end would be a nice way to end. Thank you and please. You know, it's nice to say please and thank you. Mind your P's and Q's. Yeah, that's what we say in English. And I've written in reply, you like the present continuous a bit too much. I am liking this. No, I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so to develop fluency, you need to use your English in more realistic situations. We have written a guide here. Again, go to the website, look at our How to Improve Your English pages. Diksha Jindal wrote, Hi all, I'm from India. I want to practice spoken English to bring fluency. What should I do? Forget fluency. Aim for continuous improvement. And I've replied, again, oh yes, and again, capital I, India, it's a place, capital I, English, it's a nationality and a language, capital E. What should I do? Capital I. I wrote, Hi Diksha, have you looked at our guide and the English conversation page on the website? There are lots of ideas and they tell you about the sessions we run. Okay, so it's up to you guys to find these things. Lots of highs. Hi everybody. And then Eng Hanan Hassan wrote, I want to practice my English with somebody. Okay, practice. Practise. It's only ICE when it's American English, or the noun when it's turned into a noun. A bit of practice. That's with a C. To practice the verb ISE in British English. Zeb wrote, in writing, speaking, chating, or participating in activities. I think she meant chatting, which is double T, by the way. How do you want to practice with that somebody? Personally, I prefer to take part in group activities. Me too, Zeb. And I wrote back, I'm still amazed at how many people want one-on-one sessions with me for free. I need cloning technology quickly. So if anybody can clone me, I'll give one-on-one sessions, okay? Or one of my clones will. And then Nada wrote, hello, does one help me to learn English? Does one? That's so formal. That's what the Queen would say. One is not amused. One would like some breakfast now. Okay, does anyone want to help me to learn English? Everybody would like to help you. Well, everybody at the network. You've got to take part, though. So I wrote, I'm sure we will. And lots more highs. And is anyone there? And hellos. And someone to talk with. And. Again, no good just keeping posting. Start replying. Take something that's interesting and run with it, okay? Too many highs for my liking. It's nice, I don't mind, it's lovely, especially when I can see where you're from. So maybe start with, hi, I'm from X. I'd say, hi, I'm from England, but I live in Germany, because I do. But it's all good, what the heck. It's good that you're actually putting fingers to keyboards. And a hi, that is better than nothing, but it's not going to improve your English. So, other things have been happening on the network. You may have or may not have noticed that the website is changing. We're changing the design. We're trying to make it load faster. Any techie people out there who can help me with aligning divs on the website, please get in touch. It's driving me nuts. On Facebook, there's been people getting in touch. Aaron, hello Aaron. I've liked your page. I want to learn fluently English speaking, so kindly inform me at my mail and Facebook page. I'll very thankful to you for help me in learn English. Thanks. Okay, I don't contact people on Facebook much. I share cartoons on Facebook. I don't take it that seriously, if I'm quite honest. So Aaron, I will reply to you today, but I'm I'll just send you a link to our sessions where you can come and talk to me, or Amatsu, or other people from the forum you can chat with, etc. It's not much more than that that I can really do. given the time restraint, and the cloning technology is not quite there yet. Lots of likes on Facebook, which is another reason I don't take it too seriously. Most people just go like. It's a bit like hi, like. And I like it that you like stuff. I'm just sharing stuff I find on Facebook, though. And somebody called Abba Aliou said, any one of the British citizen I want to developer my English language with the grammatical skill. Ooh, okay, work on your spelling first. Any British citizens out there? I want to develop my English language, especially grammar. Okay, you can try that one. So yeah, again, another reason Facebook doesn't really do it for me. Lawrence Uzo commented on one of my links. Nuts. So sweet. It's better than lol. Nuts. Okay, if you want to know what he was writing nuts about, you'll have to go to the Facebook page. I tried to keep it clean as well, so it's a relatively safe little page to visit. And you can always like it if you want to. That's good. The other thing that we do, of course, is Google+. Now, Google+, I take it a bit more seriously because they really are aiming at communicating. They're aiming to get people communicating. So if you join the community on Google+, you'll see more interaction between me and the rest of you. So not wanting to be them and us. And other people are posting on it as well. In Lingua Bang, which I think are in Lingua in Bangalore. I'm not sure, but they post some interesting stuff on there. I have to say sometimes it's not absolutely correct, guys, so you might want to look into that. I spotted a mistake the other day. I was like, oh, naughty. Make sure you proofread. And yeah, people are posting new words and they're actually interacting. Joe wrote about a very rude YouTube video, but it's only rude if you speak Portuguese, otherwise it's just funny. And Fernando Gomez said, it was ridiculous. It's the same to say that Australian people speak Australian. I think some Australians do say that, Fernando. It was also ridiculous the sentence they spoke on TV. I don't have words to say how stupid they were. I think he was having a bit of a rant, so try not to rant too much, okay? But it did make me laugh. Thank you for sharing that, Joe. And you have to be careful when you're speaking another language, especially if you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, dear. Do watch that video though. And then Kurd wrote, I need someone to help me in grammar. Okay, grammar, small g and an A at the end. GRAMMAR. And I want to improve my English speaking. I'm bad in English. Where's this bad in English come from? Who tells you you're bad? I'm bad. Maybe it's Michael Jackson's fault. He's made bad cool. Or he did anyway. He's past tense is Michael Jackson. And I wrote back, hi Kurd, did you know that many native speakers in the UK don't understand the rules of grammar? It's true, guys. Yeah, we learn to speak it. We don't bother about the grammar. And April very kindly directed Kurd to some of our links. And that's really sweet of you, April. Thank you. And Aladdin also shared a couple of links to the grammar pages. And he wrote, don't worry, I'm also extremely bad in English grammar, but I'm still practice. Okay, this is where you can use the present continuous, but I am still practicing. And you are, Aladdin. It's really great because you're often in our sessions, and that's the way to do it, guys. Passive learning, it's fine, but you'll get much more out of your learning experience if you're actually actively learning. And I think we're going to run out of time now. So thank you so much for listening this week. A little roundup from Discuss, a little roundup from Facebook and G+. And these are going down quite well. So I'm thinking about we might do a couple of more a week because we also have the questions page. We could look into the questions I've been asked. There's the forum as well. And I have to mention before we finish the forum and just the wonderful work the volunteers are doing. Thank you so much, and especially thank you to Hermina and to April and to Heckner. Oh my goodness, you are fantastic. I keep trying to share Heckner's stuff because she writes amazing sort of like word explanations in her I think the words section should be renamed Heckner's words, and her word a day, one word different meanings, favourite quotations, her proverbs, idioms and sayings are just fantastic because she gives you real examples. So do get on and give her some likes. Yeah, I'm always annoyed that nobody gives sort of like likes on Facebook and on Google Plus and on the forum. Yeah, 1 second to click on like or thumbs up, or just to say something to somebody. Oh, thank you for sharing this. Hermina does. Yeah, April does. A lot of you don't, and I know that there's been hundreds of views on a lot of these things, and there's one like, which is usually from me because I love it all. So don't be mean, give those likes to people who, not just to me, it's fine if you don't want to like my stuff, I don't mind, but to volunteers who are giving their time to help you. Just show your appreciation with a 1 second click. In fact, I think it's probably a millisecond click, okay? And that's on other websites too, and other blogs, other communities. Yeah, get liking and show your appreciation. If you can't send us dollars. That's another way of showing your appreciation, by the way. I might delete that bit. Anyhow, as ever, thank you for listening, and if you lasted the whole 30 minutes, well done you. Let us know what you think as well if you want to. It's all good, and I'll see you or speak to you next week. So be nice, be kind, and if you can't be good, don't get caught. Bye.